If your dog doesn't eat unless you're around, we may think it's endearing. Although it is a sign of wanting to be near others, it can also signify a problem. Find out the nature of this behaviour and what to do about it with AnimalWised. They are a social animal. The dog may have lost much of their wild instinct, but some aspects remain. The need to be in a pack is a particularly strong one. Like wolves, dogs prefer to eat together as a family. Since your dog enjoys your presence while they eat, they may wait for you to do so. It's a common behaviour if you have previously accustomed them to eating with you. Your relationship is based on food. Some guardians build the relationship with their dog around food. For example, they may give a lot of unnecessary treats, show excessive emotion when the dog eats, become stressed when they don't eat, or constantly change their feeding schedule. This leads to a situation in which the dog feels better when they eat with us, since they believe we benefit from it. We must avoid getting excited, angry, or praising our dog when they eat. Suffers separation anxiety. Some dogs suffer from stress when we leave the home as they don't like to be alone. It's a behavioural problem known as separation anxiety. Your dog may feel so bad being alone they lose their appetite. It's only when we return home they feel secure again and will want to eat. Find out more about separation anxiety in the first info video above. They are afraid. When you leave, they may feel unprotected and any noise seems like a threat. They become guarded and too preoccupied to eat. When you return, they feel safe again, relax, and are finally able to feed. It's common when big changes happen in their lives. When a dog is eating, they are in a vulnerable position since their focus and attention is on their food and not what is around them. Your presence makes them feel calmer, so they feel they need you to eat. Why does my dog only eat from my hand? If your dog only eats from your hand, it can be due to several reasons. For starters, they may be afraid of their environment. If the food is next to a noisy appliance or they've had a bad experience, they'll avoid going near it. We may inadvertently reinforce this behaviour. If they are distracted and we hand feed them, we have rewarded this behaviour and they expect you to continue to do so. Also, if you say okay when they take the food from your hand, the dog thinks you like this behaviour and repeats it to please you. It may also be that they are full or not hungry. This can happen if the dog doesn't get enough exercise, you give treats between meals, or they have an ailment. When you give them food by hand, they only take it because you give it to them, not because they want it. In the next info video, we explain other reasons why a dog doesn't want to eat. Finally, if other dogs live in the home and they try to steal food, the dog may only feel safe if eating from your hand. What to do if my dog does not eat alone? Where possible, it's recommended you go to an ethologist, but if this isn't possible, these tips can help you. Establish a regular meal time and teach them to eat from the bowl. Give them food by hand in the bowl until you can put it down and they pick it up themselves. Also, spend more time with your dog and base your relationship on activities you do together, not just food. It's also important you get the dog to associate being alone with positive experiences. Use intelligence toys to keep them entertained and add an irresistible treat to their regular food before you leave. Finally, change the location of the bowl if it prevents them eating there or prevents other dogs from disturbing them while they feed. If you want to continue learning about feeding dogs, don't miss the playlist we share here. Tell us if your dog has trouble eating on their own by leaving a comment, and we'll see you next time.